Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Miss Wakesho here, and today I want to talk about contraceptives, guys. I feel like that's a conversation that grown-up conversation that is one of the grown-up conversations that you have, be it with yourself, be it with your gynae, be it with your partner. So I just want to share my experience with certain contraceptives that I've used, and yeah, my review basically. So let me get into this video. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and I will see you. Let us start. The first contraceptive that I had ever used was the pill. I feel like that's like a gateway contraceptive. Most people actually start with the pill. Yeah, so that is the one that I started with, the pill, and I started with Yasmin. The reason why I actually started with this pill is because my face, I went to the gynae for my normal checkups, and he noticed that my face had just like broken out of nowhere, and I also was wondering what was going on. So he was telling me something about hormonal imbalance, and yeah, we can fix it with the pill. So I was like, okay. I mean, every person wants to be confident, and you know, usually when you have like acne or skin problems, you're not as confident as you want to be. So obviously I was like, yes, and I was young. I'm like, hey, I still want to look nice. I want my face back the way it was. So I agreed. I took the Yasmin. It cleared so fast. It was actually shocking. It cleared very fast. So I was taking it, everything was nice, and then the mood swings started. I was like, no, it's just normal, I'm getting a bit snappy. And then I started getting emotional. Guys, if you know me, you know I'm already emotional, guys. I am already emotional. So can you imagine, like, my emotions plus more emotions because of the hormones? Yes, it was a mess. Another thing about the hormonal pill, for anything hormonal, if I introduce any hormonal thing in my body, I add weight. I add weight immediately. Like, I'm not that 5% who stays the way they are, you know, their body is like still looking nice with the hormonal. The moment I introduce any hormones in my body, that's it. It's like, I can just smell food, I've already added weight. Those are my problems. I'm telling you, if I just chill like this, I have already added weight. I need to constantly like exercise and try and keep my body, otherwise I'll just be fat. Yeah, that's my body. That's just how those hormones react to my body. So I struggled with it. Then I was like, no, it got to a point that it got too much. So I went back, and yeah, it was not for me. So I discussed it with the gynae, and he's like, okay, cool. Then I stopped, because primarily it was for my face and stuff. So I stopped, and then I decided to go for the copper IUD, because it has no hormones. It was like, doesn't have any hormones. So I was like, this is perfect, because the last time I took an hormonal pill, yeah, things just went crazy in my emotions, and yeah, it cleared my face, but like, yo, at what expense, guys? So I was like, nah, let me try the copper IUD. Yeah, so at that time I was still in varsity. I remember I got it installed in Nairobi, and they told me, oh no, you feel unstable, like as the copper IUD is settling in, your body will try and reject it. And yeah, so I'm like, it'll take a couple of weeks, but after that you'll be proper. I put it in, then I went back to school. For those of you who don't know, I studied in South Africa, so I packed my things, went back to school for until now. I used to take like 6 months, so 6 months I was going to go back home in December. Those 6 months, first of all, the copper IUD did not settle. That settling period, it was a lie. It did, for me, my body completely rejected it. It was rejecting it every day. So I felt like I was having cramps every single day. So I'm like, is this how it's supposed to feel? Now me, I'm there on Google, like, yes, you know, and then now you start seeing all these things, and like you're like, wow, maybe I made the wrong choice. Now, remember, I'm in campus, I can't take it out. I was stuck with it for 6 months. I remember it was so painful. Some days were better than others, but it never settled. And I don't know if I'm the only one who felt or experienced this, or if you have a copper, if you do things like exercise and like do workouts, let's say burpees, you know, that you have to jump up completely, and like I used to feel it move. Like I felt like that was so awkward. Like, why am I still feeling this thing? You know, did the person not put it right? Is it just my own experience? Have you guys felt that? Like, it actually moves inside there. I was like, no, this is not for me. This is really, really, really not for me. So 6 months, I endured the 6 months. As soon as I got home, no sooner, I took it out. I took it out. I told myself, you know what? I took it out, and I was like, no. So I moved from the hormonal to the non-hormonal, thinking that now I'm going to be fine. And yeah, I just went back and I told that guy, please take this thing out. It's not working out for my life. Like, I'm one of those people who, if I'm not comfortable with something, I'm not going to suffer, guys. Najipenda sana. I'm not going to suffer. Please, let's not suffer in this world. Just try and be happy. And if something doesn't bring me joy, I was like, nah. So I took it out, and then I was like, okay, now what am I going to do? Because I'm at this point, I don't like that hormonal thing. It just didn't work out for me. The copper IUD, whew, scarred me. That thing scarred me. Yo.
And then your girl took a break. I was single anyway. And then a few years later, when I found someone, the contraceptive story started again. So here we are. Let's continue.
What else am I going to use? So at this point, I was discussing with other people, telling them about my experience, my friends and stuff. And my cousin recommended an app. So I was like, oh, an app, guys. This can actually work. So she was telling me about it. I used the Natural Cycle. I think that's what it's called. The logo is purple. The Natural Cycle app. So I started it, and guys, I was so happy. I got my thermometer. With this app, we use a thermometer. So I got a thermometer. Guys, I was doing the things for 1 year. For 1 year, this thing helped me. Like, I had no hormones. I had nothing inside me moving around. Thank God. And yeah, it was fine. And then, like, with the app, you really have to, like, be careful. Like, you have to put in the right data if you're on your periods. Like, they ask you all these things, you measure your temperature. So yeah, hey, I was loving it. And then I got complacent. Some days I put it, some days I don't. And this is how I got pregnant. Yeah, it's the truth. Let's just, yeah, the app, because I was not putting in the right data, because the app, it's all about data. The app is not there with you when you're doing stuff, or so if you don't answer the stuff correctly, like, that app was very, very accurate. Like, I feel like some point it even asks you if you're sick, and like the algorithm was working, you know. So I stopped. Some days I put the wrong time. So the algorithm like got messed up. So when it says safe days, you're like, oh, safe days, but it wasn't safe though. Like, it was not safe. So I did not realize that the app is actually, like, my data is not working. Like, it's not picking up my data properly. So yeah, the safe days were not safe. They were not safe. Then a couple of months later, Zuri came. Yes, I was pregnant. And the way that app worked so nicely, guys, I know it's my fault. I know, because it can't work properly for all those months and then all of a sudden it starts bombing out. It really did start bombing out because your girl, was not putting in the right things. So with a word of caution, if you're using those apps, please make sure your data is correct and make sure you're doing things proper so that it can capture, like, you know, the actual proper stuff. But now after I got pregnant, I now got paranoid. Yeah, it happens because I did not I'm personally I'm a person who, because we have this child, this is my personal opinion, because I have a child, I want to make sure she grows to a certain point and then I fall pregnant again. There are people who don't mind, so even after pregnancy they don't put anything. Me, you know that 6-week appointment, yeah, I timed it like this. I made sure I left with a contraceptive that day, because, like, you know, when people come visit you, oh, your baby is so adorable, yeah, and then like moms tell you things like, yeah, you know, if you don't if you're not careful, you can fall pregnant in like 2 months. That time your baby is just 3 weeks old. 3 weeks old, you're telling me I can fall pregnant in 2 months? So I had a lot of that. So that for me, like, it freaked me out. So I said, you know, let me learn this baby first before I, you know, make a mistake and like go there again. And yeah, so personally I prefer to raise Zuri to a certain point and then plan for another child. That is why I got so now I'm at this point where I need to get a contraceptive. I can't get a pill. Weirdly enough, when you become a mother, you become so forgetful. I don't know if it's just me, you become forgetful. So the pill was out of the equation. I was not gonna get a pill. I was not gonna get an injection. First of all, personally, I don't like injections, guys. If I can avoid getting injected, the better. So that was just a no for me. I was not going to get any type of IUD. In fact, like the guy was saying, the Mirella one is very good, but the copper one scarred your girl for life. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So my only the last option was the implant. That was the one thing that I had never tried. So I said, you know what, yeah, let's just do the implant. Yes, it is hormonal. The implant is hormonal. So I was like, oh, look at me going back to hormones again. I put the implant in. Yeah, it's been serving me well so far. Yeah, so far so good. But as usual, no sooner did I put it in, did the weight gain come. Yeah, now imagine you're battling to lose your pregnancy weight, on top of that the hormonal weight comes in. So yeah, I guess that's why also I decided to maybe try the Chloe Ting challenge and, you know, just try and work out a bit, because I know my body, if I'm not active, I can add weight. Yeah, and on top of that, the hormonal thing, so long as I have anything hormonal running through my veins, I know if I just sit, I'm going to add weight. So yeah, that's why I've been trying to be active. And usually, you know, as a mom, sometimes it can get so challenging, you don't get time for yourself. So I've been trying to like make sure to prioritize myself, you know, and to be active and stuff. But so far so good. In the beginning, I did get a nausea. I had like spouts of nausea, and then my period stopped. My menses stopped for a year. So for a year I did not have my menses. I was told that you can stop 6 months and then you spot and then you continue, like it'll stop again and then another maybe 6 months or a year. So yeah, that is my current situation. So I am so far so good. The one that I put in was for 3 years. For me personally, I thought 3 years would be enough. Zuri would have grown up a bit. So if I'm looking at another, if I'm, you know, after 3 years you have to take it out and then replace it and stuff. But so far so good. So I am happy with this one. Yeah, so for me, I know with all the contraceptives I have to work hard but I could not risk the app again. I could not risk the app again. So here we are, and yeah, that is my contraceptive story. Let me know if you've gone through anything that I've said, or like what your contraceptive story is, like what your experience with a certain contraceptive is. Yeah, let's share, and yeah, let's learn from one another. Yeah, so that's it for today, guys. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, turn on the notification, and I will see you guys next time. Let me love you, leave you now. Bye.